Alright, what's up everybody? Playing a little bit more Magic here. Before I try fighting my way to Platinum with Demir Flash, I've got a quest here for 500 coins. So I'm going to do something really stupid. I'm going to queue up and just play, which ends up being historic with this deck. But it's red and white. It'll get me there quick, whether I win or lose, and I don't lose anything. So lose or gain anything and just queuing up and play. So let's see how our do not tap on glass deck works. You'll kind of see how this deck works uh, just in the process of me playing it. It's very straightforward. You've probably seen a lot of decks like it. But it does kind of revolve around the glass of the Guildpact, which is 2 mana, put it on the field, and it gives all multicolored creatures +1/+1. Right there. And this actually isn't bad if we can draw into a mountain. Actually, it kind of is, now that I think about it, because I don't have any, besides Heroic Reinforcements, I don't have any multicolored spells to be playing here. Let's mull this. That's better. So, I think we want to drop a Tagic. I don't think we want 2 legendary creatures in our hand. I don't like that these are both tap lands, but, I mean, this one we can pay 2 life for if we really want to. I'd love to have, oh, wonderful. Good deck to play against for a deck like this, I guess. Uh, would love to have a Hero of Precinct 1 in opening hand, but, you know. Alright, so we have to pay the 2 life here. Or no, we don't. No, we don't. We enter it tapped, and we'll put this out there. This will keep him maybe from swinging or removing it. I don't know. Then again, it's Skyclave Shade. It just recurs anyway. Now, we got a problem if we don't get a land here. Yeah, I don't have a problem making that trade. Granted, you can landfall and bring it back, but that's fine. Alright. So, I guess we go ahead and get Tagic down now just to get some damage in. I was going to say we can glass the Guildpact and then next turn play one of these things, but actually, you know what? Let's just glass. He's going to get the Skyclave Shade back. Oh, wow, he countered it. Oh, that sucks. Well, that's one less counter for Tagic, but of course the Skyclave Shade's coming back into play now. But now we can play the Vindicator. It has first strike. And a Footlight Fiend. Because why not? He doesn't have a problem trading creatures with the Shade, just because he can recur it. But this isn't a trade. So... Alrighty then, I think now is the time for Tagic. He'll probably counter it. It's alright. Milling an awful lot of good stuff down there, too. If he has nothing but a handful of counters over there, I'm not too upset. This deck can play out a lot of stuff in one turn, if it really has to. Okay, fair enough. I guess the Footlight Fiend, so we can do damage to his face. He did not recur the Shade, because he did not play land. That's somewhat fortunate for us. Play out a couple of Sky Terrors here. See if he can do anything about us being ahead on board. Demon's Disciple, okay. that all you got? Granted, I'm top decking now, and he is not. But we got damage flying at him. We're still at over max life. Okay, card draw. Here comes the Shade. We have a Swiftblade Vindicator for it. I don't expect him to be swinging with it whenever he does play it. Alright, we'll take another Vindicator, unless he counters it. In which case, alright, we'll mill 3 cards and we'll do 4 more damage, dude. No problem here. You better find some kind of answer for the stuff I have on the field, rather than what I try to play. I mean, my Vindicator has Vigilance too, so I mean, granted you can't block, but oh, okay. Yeah, we're getting rid of Sky Terror, dude. I'm not giving up my first strike. Oh, this is good. He's got 1 mana up. I think we win. Yeah. Good game, dude. So yeah, this isn't even exactly how this Boros deck is supposed to work, because a lot of things that would have made us go crazy kind of got countered, but it still worked. It has multiple ways to win, and all of them involve creatures, pretty much. So we're 2 away. Let's go ahead and do another one. I could play any other deck with red or white and get away with this, but let's just do the Boros deck again. Why not? It's a nice kind of follow-up to the Guilds of Ravnica draft I did, where I drafted Boros. This is kind of how a Boros deck should work, instead of the patched together one that we had, despite that one still doing pretty good. I don't hate it. If our opponent doesn't do anything first couple of turns, we can get a couple of good glasses down. I like that idea, because that brings our, especially since he's playing red, that brings our power and toughness up above shock level for most things that we have, so, or above lightning strike level, I should say. Okay. Giving it haste. I don't know why on first turn you wouldn't have that coming with the +1/+1 instead of haste. Interesting. Alright, I don't think I'm worried about a blocker for that right this second. Let's just play down a glass. Okay. So now I think we put a Boros Challenger down. I think it's a better idea. So now it'll be a 3/4. Sounds good to me. Above shock range, above lightning strike range. Not above Domri's ambush range, sadly enough. Alright. So, putting out another glass and a challenger. What happens? Or 10 life. Shifting Ceratops. Protection from blue. It's gonna get probably haste, right? Yeah, this guy is definitely a haster. I mean, yeah, I'm not about to take a Ceratops hit at this point. Okay, so let's just play some stuff. Let's play out Sky Terror. Let's play out Footlight Fiend. 3/3 for 1. Let's go. Technically a 4/4 because the 1 damage to any target. Does he know that? I don't know. Did he not pay attention? I guess not. Okay, maybe he did and he wanted to play another one. That's all. Okay, so next turn, if we swing with everything we can here, I don't think I want Tajik out right this second. Let's see, 3, 3, 5, 6 damage, barring anything from his hand. I think maybe what we do is we play out a Vindicator. Yep. We hold off. Guess we can do 4 with the Sky Terror right now. This has first strike. Yeah, let's, do we hold off? Nah, let's hit him with the Terror. We need to get some kind of a damage in. Because he's got 2 cards in hand. And I'm guessing one of them, if not both of them, are creatures. Okay. So, we're going to block this and first strike the crap out of it, with any luck. Unless he has some kind of burn spell in hand. Okay, when it dies... Oh, he refilled his hand. That's smart, dude. Burning Tree Emissary, wonderful. That's a great card. It's more than a great card. Alright. So, that was a great turn for him, actually. So let's see here. 2/1/1 white soldier creature tokens. He's down to 1 card in hand. I think we play out Tajik and we hold off again. Well, let's hit with the Terror. I'm not scared of anything else he has in hand, I don't think. He's also tapped out. So we do 4. We have Tajik out. If he swings, we have the ability to give Tajik first strike. Terror of the Peaks. Wonderful. Okay. To any target. Another creature. Got it. My turn. So he did not want to do crap. Double Heroic Reinforcements, sadly, that we can't use. So here's the thing. What happens if I use 1 now? Create a couple more blockers. And no attacks. Okay, he does nothing. Well, Unbreakable Formation. So, this is going to give them +1/+1, Indestructible, and Vigilance. So, let's go ahead and play that now. And we'll all attack. So there's no reason not to. And we will mentor onto the, let's see, Sky Terror. Try and get him to block with the Terror of the Peaks to not take so much damage. Otherwise, he is going to take 6 to the face. Oh, wow. He's trying to keep his, Terror of the Peaks. Interesting, man. Alright. Well, there's damage there, at least. And we have lethal in the air next turn, so unless he draws into something, he's done. Good game. Alright. Boros, man, what can you do? Yeah, Heroic Reinforcements and, why do I want to say Hold the Line? What the heck was the name of that card? Crap. Oh, boy. Sorry, I just woke up from a nap. My brain is not completely here. Unbreakable Formation. Unbreakable Formation and Heroic Reinforcements kind of push the Boros deck over the limit for being able to win. And then you got stuff like Aurelia, who can do it as well. Tajik. Hero of Precinct 1 is really good, especially with these cards, because she makes a bunch of 1/1s that are unassuming. They're white, so they don't even get anything off of Glass the Guildpact, so people are like, oh, whatever, they're 1/1 tokens, and then all of a sudden we Heroic Reinforcements, they're all 2/2 tokens, or we Unbreakable Formation, they're all 2/2 token, Vigilance, and Indestructible. This deck is pretty awesome, and I like it. So, I like it so much, even though we reached our quest, I'm going to do one more with it. See what happens. Oh my. I guess. I mean, it is a couple of double strikes by turn 4. Turn 2, Swiftblade Vindicator. Turn 4 or 3, Swiftblade Vindicator. Turn 4, Tagic. Sounds about right. If we make it that far. Oh, it's Demir. Okay. Probably won't then. What are those sleeves? I don't recognize that. Okay. Alright, change plans. Definitely want Hero Precinct 1 down. I imagine that if they don't counter it here, they're probably going to remove it. This thing gets out of hand fast. Oh yeah. Okay. Well, that saves our Vindicator plan then. A little bit. Unless they have some more removal in there. In that case, we'll play this. Oh. Arena is running a little slow tonight. That's weird. Vindicator. Sky Dancer. Okay. Milling 2 cards. I guess they're playing rogues, huh? This is historic, though. This is not standard. We queued up with this deck. It has to be historic, so... Then again, I mean, rogues can still be a good archetype in historic. Nothing saying it can't. Alright, well, Thought Erasure. Bye, Tagic. Yep. Love that card. Love this card. One of my favorite cards. Alright, well, I think just in the off chance they have another Thought Erasure and they only have one swamp up right now, I think we just play Aurelia. So we're about to do 6 damage. Because Aurelia is Aurelia. If he doesn't have an answer for her, we're okay for a minute. He probably does. Yeah, Drown in the Lock. Yep. So cards like Drown in the Lock are going to work really well on us because it's converted mana cost, and everything in our deck is under 4 or under. So yeah, they're pretty much always going to be able to Drown in the Lock us. Like really, really easily. I'm trying to set up my area here so that you're not getting a bunch of smoke on camera. My opponent chooses to rope. My opponent chooses to use a timeout. Okay. Not quite. Okay, so we're getting an unprecedented amount of mana compared to what we usually do in this deck. I think I Sky Terror here. I'm a little less likely to block, or a little less likely to attack. And if they remove it, or the Swiftblade Vindicator, I play the Vindicator at end of turn. Okay. I don't know if I want to play it down right now. I guess I do. Screw it. He knows I have it. Soaring Thought Thief. Okay. Well, we have a blocker for him, but sadly that doesn't stop him from milling us, because it's whenever he or another rogue attacks. He's not attacking with it. Stop whining at me, Fury Cat. I guess we take the 2. Not too terribly worried about it. Alright, well that helps. That helps quite a bit, in fact. So we drop a mountain. We glass up. He probably counters it, right? No, wow, okay. So we have a double strike first strike here. They can't block the flyers anyway, so... And their vigilance. Slitherwisp, good call. It's a great card. Are you going to block with it? Because that's a real shame. Oh, you know I'm killing the Slitherwisp. I know what that thing can do. You kidding me? Okay. Fair enough. Good call on the dive down. Dive down is Historic's better spell than Shell Shield or would you stop whining at me, buddy? Starlit Mantle's the other one I'm thinking of. So now we're top decking. We top deck Aurelia, which is great. And if he counters Aurelia, I think this is kind of game over here. Not exactly, but kind of. Alright, cool. Well, Kia already had Vigilance, but if he takes this, he dies, so he has to block with something. Does he have another dive down in hand? He's got to Cling to Dust. Okay, gain 3 life, draw a card. Well, sadly, Cling to Dust does not have Flash, so you got nothing off of Slitherwisp before he died. Now we have Aurelia, and that's it. Rune Crab. Fantastic. What's our deck looking like? 40 cards? Yeah, I don't think that's going to help, considering he keeps missing on land drops. Okay, well, we have Sky Terror. Give it to Aurelia, obviously. So he's going to have to block with the Sky Dancer or do something else. Alright, good game. Alrighty, man. Not bad, Boros. Not bad. Again, this deck is pretty cool. Doesn't always work out like that. A lot of things can go wrong with this deck. Specifically, what usually goes wrong with it is... like, counterspells and stuff don't really kill it, just because we have so many things that are low cost that we can be playing. They can't really keep up with the counters. But, things like, if, you know, they're another heavy creature deck, that can really kind of lower the power of this deck when you're playing against it. If they remove some key creatures, obviously Swiftblade Vindicator is just freaking awesome. If they, you know, some killer enchantments, like if you're playing against a black deck that has Revenge of Ravens in it, you're pretty much boned. That kind of stuff. But if you don't run into that, it's an okay deck, and it can really, really be fun. I like the fact that it has a low curve. Most of our things are 2-drops, and the highest thing we have is 4. I'm sure there's a couple other things we could put in here that were a little higher, but it works great like this. Aurelia is too good as the power card, and Tagic's a nice complement to that. But yeah, that's the Boros deck, and let's open up a pack. Why not? Ooh, Tabarax. He's killer, man. Malakir Rebirth. Malakir Blood Priest. We got the word Blood Price. We got the workings of a pretty good, perhaps black-white clerics deck. All right. Actually, yeah, Black Knight's Clerics deck. I just, or Black White Clerics deck. I just won a draft last night in Zendikar Rising with that. Of course, I also first picked Drana, the last Blood Chief, who's ridiculous, and then later in Pack 2, I first picked Tazri. So, or yeah, it was a pretty busted deck. I went 0-2 first, just like with the Boros draft. I lost 2 games in a row, and then I won the rest of them. So either way, thanks you guys for watching, and you can build this deck if you want. Uh, it's kind of fun, but either way, I will talk to you guys next time. Peace.